yourself. I would be lying if I didn't say this too, is The Jungle Book. Wolfgang Reitherman's The Jungle Book for Walt Disney Studios, because it's perfect. I love that film. And when people come into my life and they haven't seen it, I have to sit down and watch it with them. And one day I can't wait to show my kids that film, because that's like one of the greats.
Then am I not your mother?
Or not.
I am Loki of Asgard.
They tell me I'm a god. I'm lost in the facade. Teach me all around at all times. I think I'm you and I.
And there's a million of us just like me, who cuss like me, who just don't give a fuck like me, who dress like me, walk, talk, and act like me. It just might be the next best thing, but not quite.
Everybody get up.
You really don't know someone until you've seen them beg for mercy. Ugh, how their screams make me tingle.
You will always kneel. There are no men like
Oh, let's make this last forever. Party and we'll chill together. On and 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 I'ma be rocking like this. What? Y'all want to talk? What? Why don't you put it on the blog? What?
Follow the kings, have their queens on the throne. We will pop champagne and raise our toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own.
I'm ready.
I said,
Behold, there's no end. I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, like Jesus said I'm gonna.
I, Loki, Prince of Asgard, Odin's son.
Nigga don't hide when the pussy be open. Nigga won't stop, never say like open.
I make you horny, baby.
That's my ego that you stroking, nigga. Don't
That funny little girl slipping through my fingers all the time. I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time.
Wait.
He's a psychopath.
It's all the way she walks in the room. She said it's that first time. I think she might have lied. Feels so good down. And I don't know why I'm addicted. Something like a headache got me twisted.
Nature's corrupted. Death is far away. Your love's like rhinestones falling from the sky. With future dawn, factories far away.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and
Sorry, they just stop laughing.
I swear I left him right here.
Right here on the sidewalk or right there where the building's being demolished? Great planning.
How was I supposed to know? Can't see into the future, I'm not a witch.
No? Then why'd you dress like that?
Hey, I can't believe you're alive. I saw you die. I mourned you, I cried for you.
I'm honored.
Hi, would you mind taking a picture with us?
Oh, sure. Start figuring out where he is.
Sorry to hear that Jane dumped you.
She didn't dump me, you know. I dumped her. It's a mutual dumping. What's this? What are you doing?
This isn't me.
What's an acting performance that was so good you forgot it was acting?
Kneel before your queen.
Never!
And he threw his hammer at Hela!
Ah! Oh.
She's crushed your special hammer!
No!
Hela, back!
Because I'm over 6 foot and I speak English, I thought, well, we might as well see what he looks like with blonde hair and the hammer and stuff. So I went to the gym for 6 weeks and put on 20 pounds of muscle, and I noticed that in my contract it said Marvel Studios has the right to cast Tom Hiddleston as Thor or Loki, and I thought, that's interesting. And I found out it was in their plan all along, actually. But I'm so glad it worked out that way.
The thing, because then you gained all this weight, and they're like, oh no, wait, I have to like lose.
It's interesting because it was, in a way, I think it was probably a test of my commitment, I think. They wanted to see how prepared I was to go the distance. My genetic inheritance is more of the beanpole variety. I'm much happier in a leaner skin, so I just, did what I did, and it sort of, the weight fell off me again. But I think Chris Hemsworth has done the most amazing job.
Listen well, brother.
I'm listening.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway.
You ride me like a horse.
Take it slow, put it down on me.
My name is Gabby, I'm 12 years old, and I'm pregnant as fuck!
Wait, you're telling me you haven't seen Loki stuck in a street toilet today yet? Let me fix that, bestie.
Nice guy.
Took you long enough?
I had to pick up the key.
No one else needed a key.
Surprise!
Apparently your favorite villain is where you got your kinks from. Part 2.
Surprise!
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious popcorn. Thank you to Chris Evans, thank you to Sam Jackson, and absent friends, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr., Jeremy Renner, my brother from another mother, Chris Hemsworth. And a special thank you to Mark Ruffalo for smacking me like a rag doll. Lastly, I just want to thank Liam Payne from One Direction, who I believe has named his dog Loki.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power. We were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
So I'm walking. There's a piece of lettuce. And if you turn around, another piece of lettuce. But guess what? Another piece of lettuce!
Hi.
How are you?
No, I'm a god, you dark creature.
Hello.
And out with you. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my best? Should I leave it there?
This is my part, nobody else be.
So Loki's entire storyline is extremely depressing, but I don't think a lot of people understand what Thanos actually did to him in New York. We can assume Thanos grabbed him after Loki found the Tesseract and tortured him into orchestrating the events of the Chitauri. When we first see him, he looks awful. He's sweaty, he's shaken, his eyes are sunken in. We see him fall multiple times, he can barely get into the car. And since Loki's a literal god and took so much more damage that entire movie, it's almost impossible to think of what Thanos could have done to him. But he looks severely dehydrated, his lips are pale, and he has to be held up to walk. These are all common symptoms of heat exhaustion. Because how else would you torture a frost giant? He was also under the mind control of the scepter the entire time. I could talk about that in a separate video. But in this scene, when he's talking to the other is basically saying, we can hear whatever you say. Which makes the scene where Thor offers to take Loki home even sadder, because he literally can't say yes.
Do I have daddy issues?
Hey, listen, man, everybody's got daddy issues.
This is Lady Lucille Shaw, my sister.
When it comes to like the English actors, you got how many? What, 3 guys from England?
4 if you include Paul Bettany.
Okay, yes, you do include Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Of course you include him.
It's very confusing for me because half of them are American. I mean, Benedict is doing an American accent. Tom Holland is doing an American accent.
Right. Is there a clique? Do you guys like huddle in the corner and sip tea?
And say, I can't believe they only serve coffee. Where's the Earl Grey tea?
I'm not having sex with a 41-year-old man!
Psych! She going ham on my, she going ham on my, she going ham on my dick tonight. She not with him tonight.
Why are your standards so high? I will never find anyone like him.
I just settled all my lawsuits. Fuck you, damn it! Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy.
So I just met Tom Hiddleston like 5 minutes ago. I got a text from my aunt saying they're filming, the guy from Night at the Museum is outside our house filming, because she lives on Victorian Street. He's filming The Essex Serpent, which is Victorian drama. So I was like, oh, that's cool, I like that comedian, I'm going to go see it. Walk down, I'm like, no, Sue, you were thinking of The Night Manager, that's Tom Hiddleston. And he was doing this scene where he was like storming up and down the street. So I thought I'd film it because it was quite a good like Wattpad Tom Hiddleston storming angrily towards me moment. And as I start filming it, he starts running towards us. And he comes up to me and he goes, hi, it's nice to meet you, I'm Tom. You have really nice hair, but you're standing, like we can see your hair colour in the shot, and it's a Victorian drama. They don't really have purple hair. And I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. He was like, I really like your dog, by the way. This is the dog, which is now Tom Hiddleston approved. I'm going to include the video at the end for you, but that was not what I was expecting from my day, I will tell you that. I stopped filming when I realised he was actually running up to talk to us, which is why the footage cuts off really quickly, and here's a photo of him telling off some paparazzi.
Put the ring on when you're ready. We play our fantasies out in real life ways, and no Final Fantasy, can we end these games though? You give me energy, make me feel.
What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this?
He's my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
I've never met this man in my life.
He's my brother.
Adopted.